Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Trudeau, for being with us. Mr. Trudeau, you mentioned your concern for the Chinese Communist Party. When did they start trying to interfere with universities and democracies? You would know better than I, but all of the big powers are trying to interfere, but I believe that China might be fourth on the list of countries. But you know China, you studied it for years, and so you know that the regime is trying to interfere with Western democracies. It might not be a matter of interference, but there are commercial purchases. Do you recognize that the Trudeau family, because of its ties to China, the admiration that your brother Justin has for the dictatorship, as he mentioned, and your collaboration with China, would it not be a great target for China because of your brother being a political party leader at the time and who is now a prime minister? Do you believe that the Trudeau family has become a great target? I can't speak for my brother, but for the foundation, and I never thought that there was any interference. But with all the knowledge that you have and everything that you've written, you've never thought that Canada could become a target? Yes, theoretically, but at all the steps of the foundation while I was there, no. And I refused the idea that those people were trying to interfere. Because if so, then why didn't they keep ties with me? So the only donations that you participated in is the donation that comes from China. That's the only contract that you signed. It's a contract with a Chinese company. It was the only signing ceremony that you participated in for a donation. As I stated many times, it's the only donation that had 3 or 4 parties. So if there had been other donations where the Trudeau family needed to sign their name, and so you didn't see there the will of those people to have a Trudeau family representative? No. They were actually quite disinterested with the Trudeau family during the first meeting. He knew Trudeau Sr., but did not want to work with the Trudeau Foundation. But from December 2017, a letter sent to Mr. Rosenberg by Mr. Lefebvre, Alexandre said that Mr. Binzang could help us create an even bigger program to allow universities to receive donations from China in memory of Pierre-Elliott Trudeau. At that time, I was not hiding that it was important that Canadian universities participate in academic diplomacy. We all want China to move towards a rules-based state like democracy. Inaudible. In your book, you defended the Chinese Communist Party. No. We need to recognize certain accomplishments of that regime, and we need to compare China to China, not China to France or to Canada. China, after Mao, the first years of the revolution were horrible. But with Deng Xiaoping, we saw a time that's over with Xi Jinping. But China now is trying to interfere and to extend its tentacles everywhere. You're a specialist, Mr. Trudeau. Yes, and I would have been the first to see if there had been attempts at interference, and there weren't any. So you think that CSIS is completely wrong? I don't know, but I think that what the Globe and Mail is sharing is wrong. And yet, the same source made it so that the Prime Minister organized a meeting with a Conservative MP to inform him of intimidation tactics by a Chinese diplomat. So it's probably the same source that shared this data with regards to the Trudeau Foundation. We can't pick and choose information. I don't know, Mr. Berthold. Your time is over.